nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Ever. Never, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. Yes, it is. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. All right, nothing town to fuck all borough. Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over. The song of death is sweet and endless. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie is somehow... You reach out to grab the tie. But what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keep for quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and try. You know what you should do. You should stop the fan. Do it if you want to die. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and cap.
Hello, officer. No. Because you're a police officer, sir. I'm not, unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days, on official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Could it be because of the drinking? Could it be because of... Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here. Yes. The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city. There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration, pride. Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now, it was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And you're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol. You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties. It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers, they have names. And civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization. Glad to have been of assistance.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop. Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? Oh, it's not? You're right, it's not. Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay? Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him? No, I'm not the bartender. That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. She just, you know...
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we have you removed the dead body from the tree. Sure. But did you take it down from the tree? So, the body is where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. After you, officer. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41... Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to...
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place.
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here.
I didn't imply that. Detective. I have everything. You?
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. She went away because none of your business. Oh my God, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it. I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or...?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message. I don't know who killed him. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit, you owe me money.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here, or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. What are you, brain damaged? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Are you serious? From your work? I don't know.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of... That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. No, don't. There's no need. You really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You don't really know, do you? A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of... Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building, before heading south.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
Somehow that makes you feel scared. You don't know why.
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a...
You are correct.
Somehow that makes you feel... An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This trash container is locked. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness.
Oh yeah, nappa comfy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
It's loving in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah! Right in the mouthhole!
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener. The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking...
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there?
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions, like a cop.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't region. I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City. Yeah. Kuno didn't smoke him if that's what you mean. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
You're testing Kuno's patience.
Get lost,
Kuno's Kuno pig? Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Magier, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's... Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help!
Help! He's got the Kuno hair!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the
Yeah, that's right! Drag your fat...
Bang! Got fucked by the Kuno. We...
corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Active decay.
He's about to blow!
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more. You feel a great force ringing from your stomach until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and the smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it,
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody.
You can still see the top of her hat.
I'll die before I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with...
Don't be traumatizing her.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes. 2. Standard work boot. 3. Hobnailed work boot. 4. Standard work boot. You don't know. 5. Another standard work boot. Steel reinforced. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. 8. And yet another standard work boot.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. A woman or a kid? Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. Anything else? 200?
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes. Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? You're right. Let's keep a low profile. A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Revachol. 7 days below freezing. The day before.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed?
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial hub. Yes? What do you want to know? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a... You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want later. Was there anything else you wanted to know? No, it's not a particularly... The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not? Good. Yeah.
So desperately mundane. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him.
Good.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day. The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops?
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide? Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gym. You could have died there. Shit, 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 shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
Hey! What happened? I understand. We can always come back when you're feeling better. It's just a cloak after all. What are we doing? We're awfully close. Or it could be that we are just...
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane tower. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous... That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK. His eyes trace the crane's contour.
Yes. We were in the middle of something. Your cloak.
Call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This Postlavantore milk, a faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant. The worn and beaten wooden planks of the...
We can sit on benches after we've...
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is...
Before you stands a vapor emanates from the large engine on the... This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over. A metallic drawer slides out from under this.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier, useful for opening all sorts of... The handles are... You can do good. It's robust. Lets you see things in... The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheat. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if...
There's no use pressing the heat.
Translation. Alternative translation. Don't even think.
This is the Kupris kinema.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
Yes, sorry about that.
He says it with very badly concealed pride. Nothing, nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging.
The Kupris motorcar does provide...
But this is different.
You're right. I didn't take you for a motorcar enthusiast. Do you also like tip-top, detective? Oh, I guess it's not for everyone. No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case.
In the cabin, you see the frequency tableau lights up. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves, car.
This is Precinct 57.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the...
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default rate.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes.
Received.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly...
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable this... That's... You know who? Maybe, I don't know. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the... No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Legally, no. In reality, yeah.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the...
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
The other people who live around here. Local people, You don't live here. You don't understand. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end.
No. I honestly don't.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer.
Okay. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skewer thing happened. Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Well, you were worse than all of them. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept... We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers. The ones I had... damn it, I don't remember what I did to your dad, especially when there's a hurricane loose.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as...
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. Didn't seem like you had fun doing it, though.
You hear a...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet.
It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout. Yeah, imagine. So tell me, what do you need? He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his note.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being strong. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks, workers got...
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's...
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long.
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother. Yes, but do continue. You were asking about...
Anything else? Us lorry drivers. Cam, your nurse. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath.
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. The bosses, man. Makes sense. It sucks is what it does. Don't be a stranger.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on it." What did he do? High above you, a silver... As you look up, something with great kinetic energy seems... Someone shot...
Okay, I can't... Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. Why not?
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay.